Hey everyone, welcome back to In the Moment podcast with your host Aaliyah. I'm going to introduce this new segment with you guys. It's going to be called Did You Know? So we'll be starting off every show with a fun little fact. So the first fact I'm going to share with you guys, did you know that in Dubai you can get fined for sending a bad WhatsApp message? Did you know that? Like cursing someone, saying a bad word, swearing to them on WhatsApp, you can actually get fined. If you report it to the police, you'll most likely get fined. So watch your language, okay? So speaking about Dubai, I want to talk about my life in London versus my life in Dubai. If you do not know, I moved here almost 2 years ago. It's over 2 years now. 2 years and 1 month now. And I feel like I'm a little bit seasoned. Still a newbie, but a little bit seasoned. So I think that I want to talk about the comparisons today and basically what this is like and what that is like, from the weather to job opportunities to everything. So yeah, make sure you are tuned in because I know that a lot of people are thinking about moving to Dubai, and I also know that a lot of people are moving to Dubai. So I just thought I'd do a little video for you guys telling you some stuff that you might not know. Okay, so we are back here again at the beach, you guys. If you don't know why I'm at the beach, please watch last week's episode. But yeah, let's just get straight into it because I have so much tea to spill about living here in Dubai. I feel like I haven't been able to update you guys about my life here because I've learned so much being out here in Dubai. It's actually insane. So I'll just give you a little recap on how I got here. So I done like a year of research of where I'd want to be, because I just knew that London, I was just reaching that point where I was just getting fed up with everything, with the weather, with the people, with work, with my mindset. I felt like I was mourning a lot. I went through a lot in my life in London, and I just reached that point where I just needed a new start, a fresh start, a new life, and to expand and explore and everything. And I obviously made the plan to make sure that I was still doing what I was doing in London but here in Dubai. But my life did not go like that because God will laugh at your plans. So I notified my management that okay, I'm gonna be moving to Dubai, and the CEO lived in Dubai at the time. So, and a few other people under my manager lived in Dubai. If you don't know what I do social media marketing. Well, now I do social media marketing, but I do social media influencing. I guess I do market myself, right, on my own platforms. But yeah, so I had a whole management and a whole team. I have had management and teams for as long as I've known as being in the industry. But I'd say I took it more seriously when I decided to take upon, I've had management for a couple years. I've had 3 managements, but my last management was the best, and I signed with them in 2020. So yeah, I decided that I'm gonna go to Dubai. I had a few other countries on the list, but Dubai just was ticking everything in terms of what I was looking for. So I packed my bags in December and I left. I put a lot of my stuff in storage, which isn't even there anymore because a lot of my nieces, I've taken some stuff out of my storage, like happily so. Obviously, like I was hoarding a lot of stuff just in case if I decided to move back to London, I have some stuff to get to move into an apartment. So like all my kitchen utensils, all my microwave and stuff like that, all that type of stuff went in the storage. And I got rid of all my clothes, donated all my wigs. And yeah, I just packed my bags and I left. I got rid of my car. Yeah, I could pack my bags and I left, and I landed in Dubai January 1st, 2023. And from there, it's been a journey. So let's get into the first thing I want to compare. Let's talk about weather and lifestyle. So weather was a huge thing for me because I was just getting fed up of the cold and the rain. My mum told me that February is the month where most suicides happen. I don't know if this is globally. I don't know if this is in the UK. Don't fact check me. This is just what I've been told. I don't know, but I most likely believe it because London can be very, very depressing. So she would always tell me that February is a time where it just gets very, I think they call it like Blues Monday or something like that. Something like that goes around in London. But of course, because the weather is so grey, so rainy, so depressing, and London is a great place. I feel like if London had sun all the time, I wouldn't mind living there like forever, honestly. but it can be so depressing and so cold and so grey, and it really affects your mood. And I didn't know how much it would affect my mood. And one big point of why I came to Dubai is because of the weather. Even though right now it's a bit nippy, but I cannot complain because London, honey, London is insane. So yeah, the weather in London is terrible compared to the weather in Dubai. It's absolutely fantastic. It is true what they say in the summertime. It is insane. Like, I would not be able to sit right now on the sand because the sand would be too hot. So from July to like mid-September, it is like 50 degrees. So that is very, very, very hot. And it is true what they say. It gets very, very hot. Like, they will go around giving everyone free water bottles if you can, because a lot of people just end up fainting. That's how insane it is. But yeah, right now it's even a bit chilly. That's why I've got a tissue. If you're watching the visuals, you know, like, I'm just wiping my nose because it is actually a bit cold. And every January since I've moved here, I got really cold because I packed for a sunny place, but nobody told me that actually it is a bit cold in January, like, compared to the rest of the year. So just beware of that. If you are moving in January, don't expect crazy weather. I don't know, it depends though, because for a holiday I feel like people are like, this is fantastic, but when you live here it's like, oh, this is jumper season, winter season in Dubai. So taking the first thing off the list, the weather, of course. Dubai wins, ding ding ding. Life in Dubai weather-wise is way better than London. Come on, like, honestly. The only time that I don't mind London weather is when it's like Christmas time, because it just makes sense for the vibes, because I just want to stay in and watch movies and like have snacks and be with people I love. Like, I love that. I think winter time should be that. To be fair, even January is kind of winter time as well. It should be like that. But also there's just something about waking up to the sun every day. It really motivates you. Like, I don't think I've been here for 2 years and I haven't been tired of just seeing the sun and just being in the sun. Like, honestly, I wish I could live closer to the beach. There's somebody building a house right now right behind this camera, and they're just gonna have amazing views every single day. So I'm just so jealous of that. And I honestly, that is like my life goal, is to live by the beach, like to the point where I can open my back door. I wouldn't want to live in a beach where like my front door, like everyone can see me. I'm talking like my own private beach, maybe, God willing, so that I can like leave my back door and walk onto the sand and yeah, just live that type of life. I don't know if you guys have watched The Other Woman. I literally watched it the other day on Netflix, and you know, the wife's brother, how he is building like a house and he lives on the beach, like a vibe like that. I think they were in the Hamptons, I'm not too sure. Obviously that's different type of money, but he lived in don't quote me, but he lived in a beachy area and he had like this beautiful little beach house, and that's something that I definitely would want to have. I think I would like to retire like that. Yeah, I just love the beach so much, even though the sand can be very annoying, but I feel like I wouldn't mind if I lived there. Hi, good morning. This is why I love Dubai. Let's move on to the people, community. How people are so different here. So obviously I'm out here on the beach and so many people are jogging and living life and exercising. I just got a little wave from the cute little people riding their bikes in the morning. I love it. I kind of want to start riding bikes as well out here, but the community is so different. Now, it will take you a while, okay, to find genuine friends here in Dubai, I feel, because there is this sort of, what do you do for work? Who are you? Show me your following before I can tell you how I treat you. That is the people you can come across, but that is not a representation of Dubai at all. Absolutely not. But you will meet those people. I have met people that treat me different after they've seen my following, that are so much sweeter. There are people that will treat me different, like just based on following, based on who you know, based on the things that you wear. And I got a little tea from the Dubai influencers here that a lot of people wear fake stuff out here. So like a lot of things that you see online are not real. I don't really know, because I don't watch people or care too much about that stuff. I don't really care whether you're wearing fake designer or not. Honestly, what is my business? But apparently not much people are making as much as you think they are, and the people that are making money, which I also got tea about yesterday, aren't even how you think they are. They just go to regular places and they are so cool. Like, I'm talking about the locals, the actual Emiratis and everything. Like, they are so cool, so chilled, and they do their own thing. But the people that come here and flex and try and buy fake stuff and rent cars out, those are the type of people. And to be fair, those are even expats, it's not even the locals. So when I compare like the community here, I'm talking about like different locals you'll come across, not locals, different expats you'll come across. You'll see people moving from different parts of the world coming here to show a different persona and fake this lifestyle, and they'll fake being your friend and drop you, and yeah, it can be terrible. But I'd say in London, maybe because I grew up there, I just found it easier to have a community there. But the only thing is that you can build a community in London, but there is this, in my industry, I'm only going to talk about my industry, but you can get to a point where people want you to do well, but not better than you. That's all I'm going to say, because if you guys know, some of your faves are not who you think they are. So yeah, but I have amazing friends, and surprisingly enough, I've made such good friends here that actually live in London or the US, and I've met them here, and I think we would only be able to be friends here. I don't know how that makes sense, but because we connected here based on our different walks of life, it just made sense. And I don't think I would have connected with them anywhere else, because one friend doesn't even go to London and I don't even go to the US as much yet anyway, and the other friend from London, like, I don't think we would have crossed paths. Maybe when I brought my testimony out we would have, but I just think that Dubai is just a magical place. You'll come across different people, and you can kind of, but the sad part of it as well in Dubai is that you can come across people, some great people, which I have, and they'll be so temporary and they'll have to go back to their country for whatever reason, because they don't like it here anymore, or they got a better opportunity elsewhere, or a lot of people come here with partners and end up breaking up, and then they go their separate ways. That happens quite a lot out here as well. And then like that's what's caused me and one of my friends I don't see her as much, but she's coming back hopefully soon. She said she's coming back in the summertime, or the winter time, I think, actually, because it's too hot in summer. So like I've met a great friends, and they've gone back to America or Canada, and they've had babies there and they're staying there now. Or I've met great friends that have had great opportunities and now they stay in Asia and they are not coming back. So sometimes you can make some really good friends, but you'll then just have to travel to see them because they won't be here anymore, because you'll have people in and out. So you can meet different people from different walks of life here, and your mind will expand. You'll meet people that are just happy to just ride down the road on their bike and say hello to you and say good morning. Do you know how many people said good morning to me today? Like a lot. And I got a little friendly cat that was following me around. Like, it just made me feel better, because I'm like, it's that time of the month and I really didn't want to film today's video, and I just popped some pills and I was like, let me some period pills, by the way. Yeah, some period pills. So I did that, and I didn't really want to film today because I was like, I don't really feel too well, but you guys know I'm showing up. So I did that, and I wasn't really in a good mood. I was in a good mood. I was just like had a really bad belly ache, but so many people said hello and were just so nice, like from the cab drivers to the people walking around, just so nice. We're in London, it can be very miserable and everyone's just like, oh, I'm going to work, leave me alone, I don't want to talk to you. But there is also something about that really, like, London community, I feel like in the summertime is the best, because everyone's happier because of the sun. Honestly, the weather will change everything, because in the wintertime no one's around and no one wants to be around. It's rainy, it's cold, I get it. But in the summertime, I feel like London can be such a great vibe. Shoreditch used to be my home, my baby, and you can just meet. You know what me and my friend used to do? We used to go out. We used to just get dressed, go out to Shoreditch, no plans, and those would be the best days. We'd meet people there and do crazy stuff, like just meet people and then start going like late night bike riding with a stranger that we made, or like we'll just like come across homeless people and like feed them, give them money and like hang out with them. and then take them on a night out or something. Like, we would do crazy stuff, honestly. It was so much fun. So like, when it comes to London, I feel like community, it can be equal, but it depends. Like, if you're more like business savvy, then obviously Dubai is better. But if you're just kind of like, you want more genuine friends that aren't gonna be like fake or like use you for following, then I'd say London would be a bit better. Like, no one would really use you for what you have. But then you can also get your back stabbed in London. I feel like that would be a tie then. So if I'm comparing the two, I feel like Dubai is a slow burner with making genuine friends, but you can make them, because I cried this morning about how great of a friend that I have. Like, I was just so grateful that she was in my life. But London, if you're from London, you're obviously gonna be more connected to your community there, because you built that community from primary school, secondary school, uni, college, whatever. Work culture is huge in London. I feel, even though I wasn't really involved in a 9-to-5 life, but like, yeah, going out to the pubs and stuff, like from what I hear from my friends, it's like really huge. Like the drinking, and that could be a bit of a downfall. Like, if you're not a drinker, or if you're just like a bit reserved, you might not like it in London, because you have to like drink to socialize and connect with people in London, I feel. But then you also have to do that here as well, kind of ish. Yeah, it's kind of the same. So when it comes to that, I feel like the vibes are different but also the same. But I feel like there might be more different people that you'll come across here, for sure. Even though London is very diverse, I feel like here you'll come across some just amazing people. Yeah, but you'll most likely probably never see them again, because they'll be in and out, or like, yeah. So I feel like when it comes to those two places, London and Dubai, I feel like they can definitely be a tie. So I'll give them equal scores. I don't think anyone is better than the other, but I'd say to expand your mindset, for sure, come to Dubai. You don't have to stay here forever, but come to Dubai, live here for 6 months, and then go back to London. I feel like it will change your life. Like, if you just have London mindset, I don't think that you could do very well unless you travel a lot, because London can really Hayley Records put this video out about this. She was talking about the spirit in London, and how about there's a limiting spirit in London, and I totally feel her, because when I traveled to London in November 2024, going back for the first time in like nearly 2 years was so crazy. And just flying in, it just went from brightness to darkness. Like, literally, it was like a light switch. It was so dark, like literally the sky changed. The cloud was taking over. I don't know what spirit is over London, but Hayley called it like a limitation spirit or something like that. And then somebody left a comment, and Hayley was cracking up, because it was so true about how when you even name your company in London, it's like it's the word limited. And yeah, like, we rebuke that. We have to rebuke that limitation over our life, because London, I feel like you can reach the ceiling, but there's way more to life. So yeah, I feel like it is a slow burner. But let me tell you a little bit of tea about a bad actually, do you know what, let me save that tea for another video, you guys. Sorry, let me not get into it. Let me talk about Dubai and London. But I have some tea about the people I've met here. If you guys want to know more about that, then we'll do that in like a friends episode, okay? Like, making friends, having friends, losing friends, all of that stuff. So yeah, let's talk about the cost of living. Okay, I'm gonna look at my notes, because this one I want to make sure that I'm telling the truth. Not even telling the truth, but I just want to make sure that I have this accurate, because I don't want to make anyone move here and not realize what's going on. Okay, so with London, it is expensive, okay? High taxes, expensive, and I feel like the apartments are crazy. And actually recently they introduced the 1 month security deposit scheme back. I don't know if you guys know, but I think something happened when I left, because I've never experienced that, where you have to pay a couple months up front, like 6 months up front or 12 months up front in London for rent. I've never experienced that, but that was like becoming a thing in London, but now they've gone back to 1 month rent and 1 month deposit or something like that. They've gone back to that. I recently read that. I don't know what it's called, but I recently read that. So getting rent is easier now in London, and that's a good thing. But even so, it's still expensive and the taxes are high. But the plus with London is that you get free healthcare. For me personally, that didn't really affect me because I don't spend time at the hospital. I don't really have any. I've only been to the hospital when I've been pregnant or when I was getting birth control. I don't have any business with NHS at all, so that doesn't really affect me. But if you're somebody that has an autoimmune disease and you really rely on healthcare, I think NHS is the best for you. They're not doing great right now, you know. The poor people, like my previous relationship, my mother-in-law in my previous relationship, she was a midwife, and they are overworked and underpaid there. So I can only imagine the rest of NHS as well and what's going on with that. Like when it came to COVID, I was clapping for sure. I was clapping on Thursday nights, every night, to be honest with you, because like healthcare workers deserve more than just discounts at places. You know, I feel like they can do better, and we're very fortunate to have NHS, but I just feel bad for the staff, honestly. But you'd find it beneficial if you have any sort of like I said, a life-threatening disease, or if you really rely on healthcare, then I think that London would for sure be a better choice, because you have to pay for healthcare here. And I did not know, I knew that, but I didn't know how insane expenses can be if you don't have insurance. So you can get insurance here and it'll be way less. So yeah, it's just like everywhere else around the world, whereas in London we have free healthcare. So I think that's a big plus for people that need it. Anyway, it didn't really affect me, so I didn't really care. But in Dubai there are no taxes. Okay, high rent but luxurious lifestyle, and there's not really a middle ground. I feel we say that you can live any sort of life that you want, but it's very dramatic. It's either like mid-high class or like low class. Like I'm talking, I've had so many chats with people that come here to work, like the cab drivers, delivery drivers, the people that come here that basically built this city. I talk to them almost every day. I really want to, like, they're just so lovely, honestly, and a lot of them are from Pakistan. They're so lovely. So they tell me stuff like, you know, like, yeah, I haven't seen my family in 12 years, or I share my room with 10 people and stuff like that. And I'm thinking like, wow, because I always thought like, how do they afford to live here? It's like, Dubai can be insane, and like, how much do they get paid for cab driving and stuff like that? And they were telling me like 3,500 dirhams a month is probably like, I think the most that you can make or something like that. I'm not too sure. And I even heard recently my friend's friend was paying her driver 1,000 dirhams a month, and I'm like, how does he live on that? And he was working full time. I'm like, how does he live on that? But there is a way, but you'll be living like, you know, I don't know how you'd be living on 1,000 dirhams a month. How much is 1,000? That's like £200 almost. Yeah, £219. I don't know. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I wouldn't come here. One guy made a video saying that he moved to Dubai with £10,000 that he borrowed. I don't know from what bank or where. I don't know whether he borrowed it here or in London or whatever the case may be, hoping to make it in real estate, and he flopped. And that happens quite a lot because people think that Dubai is just this overnight success, but it's not true. You really have to network and put yourself out there. It really depends on what industry you're in, but I would say for sure, like, come here prepared, come here with cash. But I've heard success stories as well. So yeah, like, I came here with my hard-earned cash. So definitely save up before you come here. And yeah, do some research, because when it comes to rent and stuff like that, you're not paying 1 month and one security deposit unless you're doing Airbnb. you are paying 6 months of rent, 12 months of rent up front, or you can do like cut it in 4 checks and you pay that through check. Like you have to have a checkbook. So yeah, and you're paying for your visa as well. You know, if you're not coming here through work, if you come through work, they pay for your visa, they cover it. But if not, you have to cover that yourself. You pay for that if you have a freelance visa, or if you're here for whatever, I don't know, you have to pay for that yourself. So people don't understand how much there's like secret costs and stuff like that. So yeah, it can be very pricey out here, but for some reason the groceries are better here. Don't listen to what they say online. The groceries are better here. There are places that you can go to get cheaper stuff. Like there's a whole fish market. Like if you don't have to go shopping at Waitrose every day. You can literally go to Spinneys, Carrefour, Lulu, Hypermarket. There's so many places. Viva. There's so many places that you can go for food. Honestly, like we have our own version of Lidl here. Like I told you, Viva. So when it comes to food and groceries, way better. Now when it comes to schools and stuff like that, I do have a separate video, like I do on full detail on how to actually move to Dubai and everything, but I'm just doing like a very surface level of comparing London to Dubai based on my experiences. So I haven't had to cover school costs and stuff like that because I don't have kids. But yeah, getting a car out here is essential. Petrol's cheaper here. You can literally fill up your tank for 20 quid, depending on what car you have. Yeah, absolutely. Cabs are cheap out here. If you're getting a cab, you don't have to get Uber. Delete the Uber app here. Use Careem app. Use a Careem app, and even Yango is kind of good if you want to have a little luxurious ride or whatever. It's way cheaper than London cabs, black cabs, and Uber and Bolt. Like the travel's really good here. People say metro and stuff, but metro honestly is just one line, and I think that's more for people that work with hotels and restaurants and stuff like that. I wouldn't say that it's anything compared to London. So London has way better transport, and if you do use London transport, you are paying, I feel like you pay less depending on what part of London you're in. So, and you get to where you need to get to quicker. Here traffic can be insane. So yeah, but at least you don't have to leave your car and put a petrol in yourself, period. They put petrol in for you. It's giving Africa. I love it. So yeah, that's great and that's nice. Yeah, I would say it's definitely, it depends on like your lifestyle for sure. It depends on what you do, whether you are in the healthcare space. I know a lot of doctors out here that are now doing, I think there's a popular hospital here, British hospital here, it's George something here, that a lot of doctors I've spoken to like it out here better just because of the way of life. It depends on your occupation, really. Yeah, it depends on your occupation. But there are no taxes, so I feel like Dubai wins that one. The cost of living. I think like Dubai lives that one. Oh my gosh, what are they doing here? I feel like Dubai wins that one, honestly. But it really depends, because it's just kind of like, but London's expensive, but like it depends. So for cost of living, I'd say it's also a tie. I don't want to say one thing is better than the other. Don't quote me on that. But I think it just really depends, okay? But for me, I would say I made more money in London. I made more money in London because of the industry I'm in. I ended up leaving my management when I got out here in Dubai, and that was so different, like working for myself, starting my own thing. So yeah, I'd say I made more money in London, but Dubai, yeah, it really depends. And plus, out here in Dubai, I'm telling you some tea now, you can get things, if you shouldn't be paying for anything when you're a girl in Dubai, really. Like there are things that there are apps, guys, okay? There are apps that you can download and you can get free stuff, and you don't have to be an influencer. I have a friend, you just have to kind of I don't know, have something cool about you. Because I have a friend that works in Emirates, and she got onto the app. She has 500 followers, and we got the same deals and stuff. Like, we'd go out for dinner, for lunch, whatever, free access to beach clubs, beach places, everything. You know, there's apps for this, you know, so you can cut the costs here. That's why I say it depends on your life. It depends on what you do, because if you're a doctor, I'm sure you're not doing that. You don't have time for that. You're actually paying for stuff, so it really depends. For me, I'm an influencer. Obviously, that cuts a lot of your costs, because you have the apps and stuff for free, you know. So it really, really depends. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot I can say about that. So yeah, but then also in London, I got a lot of free stuff too. I didn't pay for dinner and stuff like that. I got invited out to go eat. Like last night, I got out to eat for free, because it depends on your life. You know, I don't really pay for food and stuff like that, really. You know, so I don't feel like I'm a fair person to speak on this. So it depends on your life. Okay? It depends on your lifestyle, I'd say. I made more money in London, but I live very comfortably here in Dubai as well. More luxurious. So I don't know. But let's move on to the next thing. The dating scene. So I feel like London's a bit more reserved. I feel like London's a bit more reserved and slow paced. But Dubai is just more fast paced. A lot of people are really excited. I feel like when you're in a beautiful destination like this, people are just eager to just date around and do whatever. You know, you hear horror stories out here in Dubai as well, like because of the things that happen here, and how like guys would turn their heads because there's just so many beautiful people out here, which is facts. I'm sorry, everyone's hot here. Dubai is the girls are hot. The girls are really hot here. Whew. Like, you better be snatching onto your husband's ear if he's not really, you know, if he has no self-control. A lot of girls are hot here, okay? A lot of the girls here in Dubai are just hot. I'm sorry. They're beautiful. I've never just seen beautiful people all the time. It's just insane. I feel like I follow a lot of Australians for some reason recently. They're just coming up on my timeline. I feel like Australia has some of the most best looking girls I've ever seen in my entire life. I don't know why. Everyone's just really hot there. And I feel like Dubai is like a close second. Everyone's just so pretty and just so lovely. But then London is also beautiful. I feel like there's so many beautiful people and different people. But like Dubai is just kind of like, you will, depending on where you go, you will just see just gorgeous people left, right and centre. Gorgeous girls. I don't know about the guys, but gorgeous girls. You'll see gorgeous girls left, right and centre. And I think that's wonderful. I think that's great for the guys. I love that for you guys. But also a lot of girlies, you know, have special jobs. Let's just call them special jobs. We're not shaming. We listen and we don't judge. But if you know what I'm hinting at, I don't have to be very obvious, because I got a little slap on my hand to be careful of the things that I speak about. But you know how I am. Freedom of speech. I don't care. But yeah, you have a lot of girls that have very special jobs, so it's important about how they look and stuff, which can also be detrimental to relationships and stuff like that, because yeah, you'll just have girls that will carry, I would say, a Jezebel spirit that will try and steal your man. Yeah, it's happened to me. Nobody stole my man, but I'm saying I've been out with my guy and girls will literally try and steal him, in terms of like, they don't even care that I'm sitting. One thing about Dubai, like they say, you can leave your door open, you can leave your car door open, you can leave your house door open, you can leave your bag on the table, you can leave your laptop on the table. Everything can be out except for your husband. That's something that they will steal in a minute. And if he has money, forget about it, girl. You are in for trouble. But if he ain't got money and he's just hot, they will still steal him. So I think just a lot of girls just do it for fun and because they can. Dubai savage, I would for sure say that. So I feel like dating out here can be very hard in terms of that aspect. But I've heard lots of success stories, so I don't think that's very true. And I know people that have met people through apps. I don't know what apps they are. I'm not really an app girl. I've never been on a dating app. So yeah, I've been on an app for like to find friends and stuff. Maybe I should use that out here to find friends. Maybe I should use that out here. I was like on Bumble Friends. Maybe I should do that for here, but I don't know. But yeah, I think dating, but I feel like everywhere. So yeah, there's just been more competition, I'd say, when it comes to dating out here and being a girl, because also a lot of guys will just want, I don't know, like I just feel like I don't know I just feel like I don't know, it just really depends. And to be honest with you guys, I didn't actually think about dating. I wrote down dating because people care about it, and it's a topic that came up when I met my friends in the mall, and they're like, what's the dating like out here, like what's going on with that? And I was like, actually I didn't even consider that when I moved, because that was not my mindset. I did not care to date. I was not in that space. I wanted to be happily single, but I found love out here as well at some stage. So you know, I believe that you can find people out here, but I think when it comes to like maybe dating a local, that's very unlikely. You know, I feel like if you think you're gonna somehow get like a passport, no, it's not gonna happen. Okay, but you'll meet an expat, you'll meet somebody, you know. So I think it's possible. I even got a great testimony from one of the pastors. He met a lovely lady in the church out here in Dubai. Like there's so many testimonies. So I feel like just like anywhere in life, I don't feel like there's one place better than the other, but there are more challenges here in Dubai in terms of girls wanting your man. That is like a fact, because that is unheard of in London. I don't think I've ever, and I've been in London my whole life, I don't think I've ever heard of women deliberately going out their way to steal a man. But there are stories, of course, I'm sure that happens, but I'm talking about in Dubai, it will happen in your face, and it's very obvious. And if you live here, you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, just be prepared for that. But yeah, I don't think you should stress yourself out. I don't think like you can never find love. I don't think that you can find love of your life. I feel like it just depends on your experience and things like that. So yeah, I just don't think that you should solely come here looking for a man. I just think that in general, I don't think you should go any place looking for a man. Like you should just let God deal with that, you know, let that be natural. Because if you intentionally go out looking for a rich man, I'd say, because a lot of people come here doing that, you might find yourself in a bit of trouble, because the rich men are not what you think they are. Okay, especially out here in Dubai, it's the devil's playground out here. They can do whatever they want, have any girl that they want. Why would you think that they'd want to be loyal now, where they can literally run from their problems in different countries, hide their money here, live a different lifestyle? Why would you think that they would want you now? Not to say that you are not probably very gorgeous. Everyone's gorgeous in their own way, but when you are a man and you're out here in Dubai and you have money, I just feel like it can be a very, very, very insane place to be. And I don't blame men that go crazy out here, because they also get tricked, because they meet girls with special jobs thinking that the girls are really into them, and they're not. They're just after your money. So I feel like, yeah, you can just come across like very unserious men that are just here to have a good time. Because I used to hear about, you know, like how in the UK they treat you if your girl goes to Ibiza or something. If a girl goes to Ibiza, then like men would be scared if their girl goes to, like, I've never been to like destination holidays or anything like that, but I hear about it. Like if your girl goes to like Afro Nation or whatnot, I've never been. Don't quote me on that, but this is just what I see on Twitter. So like they get stressed out about stuff like that, and now I hear about it with like girls' boyfriends or husbands going to Dubai. Like, and I totally get it. Like 100%, I would be side eyeing that if they're taking a land holiday in Dubai without you. I would. My heart would skip a beat a little bit, knowing what I know now. I'd be like, I'm coming with you. But I mean, I trust my man, so I would trust my man. Honestly, if you have a great partner, there's nothing to worry about. Good people still exist. So if you are loyal, I'm sure you'll come across someone loyal as well. So don't be threatened by that at all. There's no, like, don't come here being threatened like, oh my god, like, no, I'm not trying to put scarcity mindset on you. I'm just going to be real with you, okay? The reason why this girl's looking at your man is because she wants him, more so his money, and you're going to get that a lot. So don't think that all of a sudden your man is just really good looking out here. Even though he might be good looking, just know that there is lots of Jezebel spirits lingering here. So just giving you a heads up. That is what I'm here for, you guys. I'm not here to just give you like, oh, Dubai this, Dubai that. I'm here to give you the real tea. Let's talk about it. freedom of speech. So yeah, I thought I would just give you a little gist on dating life. But yeah, it really depends. Let's get into work opportunities and job opportunities. There's obviously lots of job opportunities here. If you put yourself in the right places and you network correctly, you can really get far. You really have to network though. I would say network like crazy out here. And I feel like it's the same in London, but I feel like also it can be easier to meet people out here because there's just always something happening. But I feel like London can be the same as well. So yeah, I'd like to put them in the same category, because I feel like I can only speak about my experience with influencing. I feel like it is a bit easier in London because the main language is English, where there are a lot of Arab speaking events here, rightfully so. I'm in the UAE, of course, but I do feel like they're going to expand on that, and I feel like it's going to get better in the future. And I think like this is going to be a booming place for all industries for sure. But I feel like if you're in a more serious industry like oil and gas or something like that, Dubai is a fantastic place to be, of course. Way better than London. Do you know what I mean? I feel like it really depends on your industry. If you're in real estate, I feel like here is a fantastic place for job opportunities and networking and stuff like that. I feel like you'd have a great time if that's what you really are passionate about. Maybe build yourself up in London and then apply for jobs out here in Dubai, and yeah, just do that. I think that's fantastic. Yeah, I feel like it depends on what you do. It really depends on what you do, so I don't want to touch too much on that. It just depends on what you do. And if you guys have any questions, please leave them down below in the comment section, and I will happily message you back. And I will definitely be having a webinar soon on how to actually move to Dubai. Like, I have courses and stuff like that will be launching very soon about how to actually physically do it, because I did it myself. I learned a lot of things on the way, and I want to make it easier for people to have a better life and maybe explore here, because I've seen a lot of people move here and move back to London, and I've seen a lot of people move here and stay here. So hopefully I can help you make your decision easier through my ebooks and stuff like that. So if you're interested in that as well, make sure you give a comment writing ebook, and I will give you the details on how to sign up for that, for the waitlist for that, so that you can figure out if you want to move to Dubai, because a lot of people are moving here, rightfully so. It is getting a bit crowded now, so I need everyone to relax. Okay, I need everyone to relax and make sure that you're just moving here because you actually want to, and not because the internet is telling you to, but because it makes sense for your life. I want to move on to the last point, which is faith and culture. London is very diverse. Dubai is amazing in terms of, okay, so Islam, obviously the religion for the UAE period, and they have prayer calls for all 5 prayers. When it's Jummah, you can just tell, because everyone leaves the office, everyone leaves, and you can see thousands of people walking to the mosque. People will be praying on the beach, people will be praying on the streets, people will stop their cars and pray on the roads, like prayer on them. I've seen it praying on the motorways and stuff. Like, people will not miss prayer. So I feel like Dubai surpasses London when it comes to religion. Like, people take their religion here, so I've never seen anything like that in London. Like, what pray for what? Here there is a prayer room in every building, every mall, every hotel. And because I was Muslim, like, I noticed this thing. I used to look up at my rooms in my hotels and in my Airbnbs, and I'd see the direction of where you can pray to the Kaaba, right? I said that right, where you can pray to the Kaaba. And I was like, but like, everything is just so intentional here. They make it so easy for you. If you're in Islam, say if you're a Muslim, then this place is great for you. This place is fantastic for you. And I feel like you can freely wear your hijab here, which is what I came for, because you won't get judged, because everyone really loves their religion and everyone respects Islam here, rightfully so. Because if you move out here from a different country, it is obviously important that you make sure where you're moving, and you make sure that you adjust to their culture. This is not your country, okay? So so I respect all religions, and I respect that they do their prayer call and everything like that. I mean, during Ramadan, like, even a lot of places will stop playing music when it's time for prayer call. It's just so cool, man. So cool, so intentional out here. Like, they make it a thing. Like, you feel it for sure. So faith and culture is bigger out here and more serious. Way more serious. Ramadan out here is a different experience to what I experienced in the UK, for sure. But when it comes to other religions, I'm not too sure about the rest, but I can speak on Christianity. There is a huge Christian community out here, loads of churches. I just think it's so lovely that the government allowed us to have churches here, because a plane ride away, an hour away, people are getting killed for being Christian. You know, it's against the law to be Christian in other countries. You know, you can't openly be Christian in other countries. So I'm very grateful. I people forget that, how fortunate we are, you know. I remember the first church I went to, the first church I used to go to for a couple of months. The pastor was telling me about how he went to even Asia, and they had to go to underground churches because it was illegal. So I'm just so grateful that Dubai has opened up their doors to different religions. But obviously, like, there's way more mosques than the rest of us, you know. And I mean, not everyone has a church building. They're a bit strict on that, but they're fair. They're like, you can have your religion, it can be under our building and stuff like that. And they've given us different dominations, and I think there's one church that will be the head of that domination, and they allow other churches to grow underneath them. So that's kind of the system out here, which can be very political, but I don't want to get into that into today's video, because that is not my business, honey. But yeah, so yeah, the faith and culture is way bigger out here. Like, I don't think I would have got that close to God if I was in London, honestly. Yeah, like, I think I needed Dubai. And just even getting baptized, I literally got you guys, oh my gosh, I literally got baptized right there. That is insane. I got baptized right there, May 26, 2024. Yeah, that is insane. Wow. So yeah, just even getting baptized at the beach is like so different. Like, obviously any baptism, like, it doesn't even matter where you get baptized, of course. Like, getting baptized anywhere in a bathtub is more effective than not getting baptized, so that's whatever. But just even little things like that, it just makes it very special and very cool. But yeah, that is today's video. I just wanted to compare, but in terms of that, yeah, Dubai is way better for faith and culture, for sure. And you're going to meet so many different people of so many different faiths out here, for sure. When I moved out here, so many people were scared for me, because they think Dubai is what Saudi is like. Saudi's so cool, but they are more a bit conservative. But here in Dubai, you can live the way that you were living before, depending on your lifestyle. Now, let me not bring any trouble here, but I'm just saying, like, in terms of the things that I wear, or like, I have a bikini on right now, I can go and swim and it'll be fine. Whereas people will be like, that's not allowed, like, what, how can you do that? It's definitely allowed here, it's definitely fine, but obviously you have to just respect different places. Like, I'm not walking around the mall in a bikini, or the streets in a bikini, because this is not Miami. Do you get it? So it's just kind of like, you just have to know where you are and the things. You just have to know more about it. Like even my mum didn't really want to be in Dubai. She didn't really like Dubai, because she thought it was just this, she thought women can't drive and stuff like that. And I'm like, what are you talking about? That is not true. So when she came here, she was like, it changed her life, and like, yeah, she loves it, and she'll definitely be back. She never thought she'd ever see Dubai, or ever. She literally came for me and she loved it. She came for her birthday and she loved it. Let me know where in the world you are watching this from, and if you could live one place, where would you live? Comment down below. I don't think I'd be staying in Dubai forever. I feel like there's other places I want to see and live and experience, but I have loved Dubai so much, and I'm so grateful that I've been here. And I honestly couldn't have been here without you guys as well, because you guys built my platform to the point where I could actually make it a business and make money from it, and which means that I could work anywhere in the world. And I just want to give a huge thank you to you guys for that, and thank you so much for your support. And if you are interested in moving to Dubai, I have a webinar coming up, so make sure you comment webinar if you want to be involved. And I also have some ebooks launching very soon, so make sure you comment ebook and I will get you the details for that. So I look forward to seeing you guys in the comments, and thank you so much for watching. I hope somehow you got a little bit of a taste of what Dubai is like, and what London's like as well. And I will see you guys in next week's episode of In the Moment. Thank you for watching. Bye.